Alright, so happy 4th of July, everyone. And I was challenged to do the 2016 Patriot Challenge. Sorry about that. Got a little bit of a phone issue here. So let's get her set up. The 2016 Patriot Challenge, which is to read part of our Constitution or to read quotes by our founding fathers. But in my case, I have a couple of our amendments to our Constitution that I would like to read, because these are ones that lay really heavy on my heart right now, especially considering that we have our patriots that are imprisoned right now for nothing more than standing not only for our Constitution, but standing for their faith in God. And they are sitting in jail. So before I read this, I want to say that my heart goes out to the Bundys and the Hammonds and to all of the other patriots that stood with them that are in jail, and the ones that are out right now awaiting trial as well. And to your families who are having to spend these holidays without y'all, I love y'all and I pray for y'all all the time. My second thing would be that if you're not involved, get involved. You can easily get one of these books. It is simply our Constitution of the United States of America. You can write any of our congressmen, senators requesting these, and they have to send them to you. I advise you to get it, to read it, to know it, to give them out. Knowledge is power, and we are quickly losing our rights and our power. So please be active, be proactive, get involved, stay involved, because unless we speak out, unless we let those in our government know that we are holding them accountable and we are not dealing with it, and I mean Republicans, I mean Democrats, I mean all of them. So no, I'm not one party or the other. Actually, I'm neither party, because both of them are corrupt and dirty. Our whole government needs a total overhaul. So please get involved. So anyway, back to what I'm supposed to do. Again, like I said, the parts that I have chosen were a couple of the amendments that were made to it. And Amendment 2 was a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And just to prove that I'm not making stuff up, I want y'all to be able to read this. Okay? And the other one that had laid on my heart was Amendment 1, which was Congress shall make no laws respecting an establishment of religion or prohibit the free exercise of abridging the freedom of speech or the press or the right of a people to peacefully assemble and petition the government for redress of their grievances. They did nothing more than address their grievances. Yes, the Bundys, the Hammonds, and all of them had a weapon on them, which at no point ever was pointed in a threatening way at anyone. It was strapped, holstered. It is their right by law. They all had rights. They all were gun carriers. They all had a right to have a weapon on them. They stood for what was right. Their land is being taken. Their rights are being taken. They're being pushed out and pushed back by the BLM, by the federal government. And in all of it, what did they get out of it? People of America making fun of them, criticizing what they were doing. The FBI murdering Lavoy. You shot the man in cold blood. You're disgusting. You're a disgrace. And you know who you are. You know who you shot. You know that you're guilty. And the only thing that's disgusts me even more about the whole thing is if that had been anybody else shooting someone and murdering them in broad day like that, and caught on video no less, they would be rotting in a jail cell. How in the hell is it even a remote possibility that you are not sitting in a jail cell for murdering this man. And by the way, I really love the added touch of firing upon a vehicle that had a child in it and people in it who were not even firing at you. Let's make that well known while we're at it. Not once were you fired upon. Now, having said that, I say this again. People, it's time to wake up. This government doesn't care about you. It cares about their bottom line, their pocket, what they profit, and what they have to gain. They will sell all of us out, throw all of us under a bus, and destroy everything this nation stands before and about and not care. They have ran us into a debt that we will probably never get out of. Your Social Security is a joke. There is none. We have no comfort. We have no safeguard. It is pretty sad and pathetic to me when our country can go get in everybody else's business, but yet can't take care of their own. It really irks me that our country can take care of other countries that are falling apart and neglects it on. What about our veterans that have came back, that have PTSD, that have needs financially, medically? What about our homeless here in our country that are sleeping on the streets? Since when did another country's people become more important than our own? And for the love of God, leave other countries alone. They don't want our help. Contrary to popular belief, they do not want our help. Don't believe me? Just ask anybody. Iraq did not want our help. They still don't want us. Stop interfering in things that have nothing to do with us. You left that country in a worse position than what it was when you went into it. That is not what America is about. That is not what our founding fathers built this country about. It was to be better, not to go somewhere, destroy it, and leave it a disaster. So, since our president, I'm sorry, it's hard for me to support someone who can sit there and apologize to other countries for us like we've done something wrong. We don't run this country. How do you do? And Congress does, and Senate does. So, to the rest of the world, let me, as an American citizen, apologize to you, to the countries that we have gone in and screwed over, have taken control and left you in a worse mess than what you were in. Please do not hate us, because contrary to popular belief, like many other countries, our country does whatever it wants. This is not a land of the free. You want to find out how much freedom you have? Go speak out against our government. Go bear arms and gather together in a peaceful protest and see how quick you're thrown in jail. I'm sorry to all of y'all that our country has gone in, wrecked, ravaged, and left upside down. And to most of y'all, it seems like we don't even care that we did it. Please know that the American people, we care. We care when Bangladesh is attacked by ISIS, when Paris is attacked. We cheered on Egypt as they stood up in the revolution a couple years ago to take back their land and said, we're not doing this anymore. It's going to be ran how we see fit. We're a part of the heartaches and the triumphs of everywhere. Just like we hope that y'all are a part of ours. That y'all shared our hurt when people were killed in Orlando. This 4th of July, instead of getting drunk like most people will, partying your rear ends off, it's 4th of July. Let's do something that matters. Let's share what really is important. what really matters, what this country was built on. The truth that we, the people, run this country, not the people we've put in power that have taken it upon themselves to assume that we are too chicken crap to stand up and fight for what is ours. America, it's time to get your head out of your rear ends and start paying attention to what is really going on in our world, and especially here in America, because they are taking away our rights. And if you keep standing by quietly, they're going to keep taking on. Who do they have to come after before it matters to you? Does it matter to you that the Bundys and the Hammonds and many others that have stood for our Constitution are sitting in jail? Or will it matter when it's your family, when they're at your door, arresting your family and people you love, or busting into your church and telling you that you can no longer worship? And Christians, let me talk to you in particular, especially Westboro Baptist Church. Y'all need to read a Bible, people. There is nowhere in there that your behavior at Westboro and the way that y'all go out and you stand and protest all the things that you do is of God. Because over and over and over again in that Bible, the Lord talked about love one another. And when he talked to people, he did it out of love. When the woman had been brought in front of him that had committed adultery, he did not say, "Oh, you piece of dirt. Oh, you nasty thing. Oh my God, I can't believe she's..." He drew in the dirt and ignored them. And after they ranted and raved and talked about how she needed to be stoned because she was so unrighteous and unclean, he said, "Okay, first one of y'all that has no sin, pick up the stone." Nobody was left. Stop throwing the stones, Westboro, because you are not clean. Nobody is. And Christians, you have slacked majorly. We should be on the forefront of this, because this not only threatens our Constitution, it has threatened the very fiber that our country is made of and built on, which was God. These amendments protect our rights as Christians to be Christians. It protects our country's rights to be able to say the things we think, to have a mind and a voice of our own. And let me tell you something. If I walk into a liquor store today, you're probably not going to see me in one. Not really much of a drinker, but here's the point of it. If I am in a mini mart and I watch people come in and shoot down the clerk and take all the money and leave, and I do nothing. I don't tell the cops what they look like, what their vehicle was. I didn't try to stop it. I didn't try to aid the clerk after he was shot. Then I am just as guilty as the people that came in there and murdered him and robbed the store. Understand this, America. We are just as guilty. We, the Christians, even more, are more guilty. Because we have been an accessory to our government destroying the fiber that we are built on. Because we have not stood. We have allowed this to go on for years and years and years, and we never once spoke out. We never said, this is not okay. Something needs to change. And that makes us an accessory to every dirty, low-down thing that they do. Benjamin Franklin had said, only a virtuous people are capable of freedom. Nation becomes corrupt and vicious. They have more needs of masters. Our nation has become corrupt. We have thrown God out of church. We've thrown him out of most churches, most schools, pretty much all schools. We've thrown him out of our government, and we stand by and we allow them to do this. And it's not just Christianity. You can take it as any right. Take it as a freedom of speech. We have stood by and we allowed them to come in and arrest us and tell us that we're not allowed to gather and protest. But if you want to go be vicious and show your rear end and burn down cities and do whatever you feel like and pillage them, then they're just going to smack you on the hand and let you go. But when you stand peacefully and try to stand for what is right, you're going to face criminal charges and not get a speedy trial because you're going against them. Make no mistake about it. They're scared. They do not want us to stand. They do not want us to take off the blinders that we've been wearing because they know when we do, we are many. The elite have even said it themselves. The Illuminati, all of them, all of the rich and powerful know that there is enough people in America. If we got fed up enough and stop all this, oh, well, you're black and I'm not going to talk to you because you're white. Are y'all really that naive? It's not about our races. They keep us like this because as long as we're like this, we're not like this. And as long as we do not unite as one and fight against our corrupt government, then they can keep destroying us and breaking us apart. This has never been a fight about black and white or any other color or any other race or creed or religion. Stop letting the media make you believe they're garbage and influence you one way or another to keep you in that blind spot. We are falling apart. And unless we come together and understand that our very fiber that we are built on, that our Constitution and our rights are threatened, and that America is not free, there's not going to be an America. So my challenge isn't only that you read this, that you share this. My challenge is boldly this. Stand up. Speak out. Be something your kids can be proud of. Let your children know that if we end up losing our rights, it wasn't because you didn't stand, because we didn't fight for them. Love our country enough and our generations that are coming up behind us enough to fight to keep it free, to speak out, to call our congressmen, our senators, our sheriffs, our president, all of these elections that are getting ready to come up, be an active part of it. Find out where they stand. Do they believe in our Constitution? Do they believe in our freedoms? Are they willing to stand against other corrupt people of the government? Are they willing to stand for the people? Or are they going to stand with the government and walk all over us? It is time to take a stand. It is time to make a difference. It is time to make them accountable. And if they can't be accountable and they can't do what's right, it's time to replace them with somebody else in their office that will do what they're getting paid to do. We, the people, are what this country is about. Not those in power that seem to think that they run everything. Make a difference. Make a stand. Stand up. Speak out. Get involved. Have a happy 4th of July. Thank you for all of y'all that have served and are serving. Thank you for the ones who served and gave their lives to make it what it is today. The people, if we don't fight, then all of these soldiers that have passed away, all of the things that our forefathers and people after them have done, is done absolutely in vain. I love y'all. Happy 4th.